But now, I heard last night that you people are trying to push it into town for the clubs. That's why you said this.
Not me, my brother.
So who
I
is it?
supported Andre. I'm standing with Andre.
So you're saying it's not you, it's Andre.
Came through last month. And I'm standing with Andre. Andre asked me to assist him. And I will stand with him. To go to his club managers and say to him, listen,
Alleged underworld boss Mark Lifman was gunned down on Sunday in the parking lot of Garden Route Mall in George. He was out on bail and scheduled to appear in the Western Cape High Court, in fact, this week, on charges of killing Brian Weinstein.
Couldn't you at least find a decent picture? I mean, you write shit and you put shit pictures in your books. Terrible.
This is the story of Mark Lifman, a man whose name became synonymous with Cape Town's murky underworld, a symbol of ambition, corruption, and ultimately, a violent end. His life, like a crime thriller, captures the dangerous allure of power and the inescapable pull of violence in South Africa's gang-ridden streets. Born and raised in Cape Town, Mark Lifman rose to prominence in the 1990s, building a business empire that straddled legitimate ventures and alleged criminal enterprises. Starting in the nightclub industry, he soon became a major player in real estate, luxury goods, and private security. But beneath this veneer of success was a darker world. Lifman allegedly worked with some of South Africa's most infamous crime figures, including Cyril Bika and Yuri the Russian Yulianitsky. He was linked to protection rackets, where nightclub owners were coerced into paying for security, often enforced by Cape Town's gangs.
And recently, the owner of Beer House, Randolph Jorberg, has been outspoken about extortion. He alleges extortion has affected his business, his staff, and of course, Beer House.
Coffee shops, little restaurants, bigger restaurants that never had to pay any extortion money. They were now asked to pay to make up for the lack of income from the nightlife. Probably didn't take it as serious as I should have. And, you know, I was aware I got myself into trouble, but up to the 20th of June 2015, I never expected the trouble to reach that level and for the, arguments to escalate that quick. We took Joe as a witness to the Hawks, and all I know that 10 days later, Joe was dead.
These activities earned him a reputation as one of the architects of organized crime in the Western Cape, deeply entwined with the region's violent gang culture. In 2017, Lifman became a key suspect in the murder of Brian Weinstein, the so-called steroid king. Weinstein was assassinated in his Constantia home, and authorities allege that Lifman orchestrated the hit with the help of the Sexy Boys gang and its leader, Jerome Donkey Boyson. The charges place Lifman at the center of a sprawling case that exposed the connections between gang leaders, business tycoons, and even law enforcement. Lifman's influence wasn't limited to gangs. Investigations suggested he maintained ties with corrupt elements of the South African Police Service, SAPS.
Little that we know, but we know one of them was a member of the police, South African Police Service Special Task Force, who left the police some time in 1998 or 1998 or 99. This is what we are informed. And we don't know what has he been doing since he left the police. But what we know now is working for PPA Security, both of them, in Cape Town as security guards. So that's what we know for now. And other than that, this is what we're trying to also do our investigation.
Leveraging these relationships to stay ahead of the law. His ability to navigate these murky waters only deepened his notoriety. On November 3, 2024, the saga took a deadly turn. Lifman was ambushed and killed in a parking lot at the Garden Route Mall in George. Witnesses described a calculated attack carried out by suspects armed with assault rifles. Investigators believe the hit was coordinated by former SAPS members, suggesting deep-rooted corruption and a betrayal from within. Lifman's death sent shockwaves through the Western Cape. It delayed his trial for the Weinstein murder and ignited fears of retaliation within Cape Town's criminal underworld. The assassination underscored the fragility of the city's uneasy power balance, where violence is often the ultimate arbiter. Lifman's story is inseparable from Cape Town's larger gang problem. The city's criminal underworld thrives on extortion, drug trafficking, and violence, fueled by systemic inequality and corruption. Lifman was both a product and a driver of this environment, exemplifying how power and crime are intertwined in South Africa.
If this continues and more industries are impacted, it won't only be and nightlife and the township and the construction site problem. Then it's going to be soon every business again. And then it's soon not going to end with a business, but then it's going to be every middle class parent that has to fear that their kid is going to get abducted on the way to school. And that cannot be a country that anyone in the world or in South Africa wants to live in.